happens when the next President of the United States shows up. Look, on behalf of Governor Romney and Ann Romney and Paul Ryan and our entire team, we just want to thank you all so much for everything that you've been doing in the hard work of freedom over the course of the past several months to help get our team to the point tonight that we stand poised for victory. And you know, President Obama has been traveling all around the country the last few days, and he's been getting all the crowds to shout, 4 more years. Well, tonight, we have a different chant. 2 more days. 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 Well, I'm going to, y'all catch on quick. I'm going to have fun with you. You're going to be fun. Look, my friends, you know, in 2 days, the polls will be closed. In 2 days, the votes will be counted. And what I want each of you here tonight to understand is you go out in these next 2 days and try to get everyone you know who cares about the future of our country to the polls to vote. I want us all to understand that this is a defining moment in the history of America. Now, I know that in every election, someone like me stands in some place like this and says something like, this is the most important election in, and then you just insert whatever year it might be. But I want to tell you, I truly do believe that this is a defining moment in the history of our country. Y'all remember Yogi Berra, the great New York Yankees catcher? Yogi Berra used to have a saying. It didn't make a lot of sense, but the saying went like this. Yogi would say, when you come to a fork in the road, take it, right? That is not good advice. Because if you take the wrong fork, you go down the wrong road, you get lost. You want to get to where you're trying to go, you got to take the right fork. My friends, the truth is that 4 years ago, America took a very wrong fork in the road. America gave Barack Obama a chance. They were moved by his powerful rhetoric and his lofty promises of hope and change. But 4 years later, the rhetoric has faded and it's been replaced by a record. It is a record in every respect of failed leadership for our country, and it's time for him to go. And you all know that record. It's a record of failed economic leadership. For 4 years, we've had a president who's pursued anti-business policy after anti-business policy. And as a result, 23 million Americans are unemployed and looking for work with no sign of things getting better. And what was President Obama's great idea last week to solve this problem? He said that if he got reelected, he'd appoint a Secretary of Business. Mr. President, we don't need a Secretary of Business. We need a President who understands business. And you know his record of failed fiscal leadership. Under this President's big government solutions, we have added more to the national debt than it took our country 220 years to create. We have a national debt today of $16 trillion, and the debt clock is still running. We are mortgaging our children's future under a mountain of debt because we have a president who believes the greatness of America depends on the greatness of her government. The greatness of America has never depended on the greatness of her government. It depends on the greatness of her people, and we need a president who understands that. And you know the record. You know the record of how for 4 years this president has globe-trotted all around the world. He has turned his back on our friends. He has coddled our enemies. He has apologized for the greatness of America. Mr. President, America has nothing president to apologize for. This is the greatest country the world has ever known. And we need a president. We need a president who will not apologize for the greatness of America. We need a president who will assert the greatness of America, and that president is Mitt Romney. Now listen, President Obama and his team, they'd have you believe that this is just the way it's going to be from now on. They'd have you believe that America's best days are behind us. They'd have you believe that we have to get used to high unemployment rates and these massive debts and a weakening of America in the international community, but we know that's not true. America's best days are yet to come. We know that's not true because America deserves better. America demands better. And when we elect Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan, America will get better. Now look, I've had the privilege of knowing Mitt Romney for about 5 years now. And I will tell you, I've come to know this man well. This is a good man. This is a decent man. This is a man who will lead our country consistent with our shared conservative values. This is a man who will get up every day and fight for America. This is a man who we can trust. This is a man who will not let us down. I believe that in His infinite wisdom, the good Lord raises up certain people to do certain things at certain times. And I believe that Mitt Romney is the right person with the right experience at the right time to get America back on the right track. We need Mitt Romney in the White House. And when President Romney gets to Washington, doesn't that sound good? President Romney's going to need a great team to help him get this country turned around. He's going to need people like Rob Whitman and Scott Ridgell and Ken Longo in the United States House of Representatives. Will you make sure they win on Tuesday? And he's going to need a great partner in the United States Senate to help turn this country around. We need George Allen in the United States Senate. Let me tell you, George Allen was one of the most successful governors in the history of our state. George Allen did more in 4 years than most governors in most states do in 8 years. George Allen understands our conservative values. He understands what it's going to take to get America back on the right track. I served with George Allen. I served with Tim Kaine. I don't want Tim Kaine to be my senator. I want George Allen to be my senator. So Virginia, 2 days from an election that will determine the future of the greatest country the world has ever known. I want to ask you the only question that really matters, because victory is within our grasp, but it's up to you and it's up to me to seize this moment, to grasp that victory. So I ask you tonight the only question that really matters, and I want you to shout it so loud that Governor Romney will hear you from 35,000 feet over Washington, D.C. And the question is this: are you ready to win?